what you need, yeah. Man, I got it, wow.
Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Box Seats. This is the show where we talk about sports with comedians. Let's get it started. First up today is my man Mo. Mo, what's happening, Mo? How you doing, sir?
What's going on, Frank? How you doing, man?
I had something in my eye, but other than that, I'm doing A-okay. I can't complain.
Okay, you got something in your eye. Is it this?
Yeah, I don't even know. We'll find out by the time the show's over. My man D Jones in the
Oh, Jesus.
D Jones in the building. D, how you doing, sir?
Hey man, we number one in the division. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming, man. But we back on top and we ain't letting it go. You hear me?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I like that too, Jay. Jay, my man's in the building. Jay, how you doing, sir?
It's all good. Again, burn that hat. Burn it.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Wear it proudly, D. Wear it proudly. Wear it proudly. Wear it proudly. All right, so we got a lot to talk about, man. Before we even jump into a lot of the news, let me make sure I get this right. Howie's out right now in LA. For those of you tuning in to see Howie Bell, Howie's out in LA, living that red carpet life right now. He'll be back tomorrow, I think. He's doing that red carpet for his new film, and I forgot the name of it that fast. Was it let me see the name of it. Uncharted Christmas.
Unexpected Christmas.
Unexpected Christmas. I should know the name of it. I must have looked at the name a million times. So, Mo, I'm gonna put you in a position. You going first today, Mo. Let me put this here. Now, first thing, Mo. I want to say what your thoughts are on the Las Vegas Aces winning the WNBA championship, defeating the Phoenix Mercury. Game 4, a sweep. That marks the Aces' third championship in 4 years. Now they are a true dynasty in all known aspects of the sport yet, or what's your thoughts on this, Mo?
Yeah, they're a true dynasty. They came into the league now, kicking down the door. And I mean, Adrian Wilson and them, man, they do their thing. I mean, they looked kind of rough for a little bit, I think, in the beginning of the season, if I'm not correct. But then I think someone came back off an injury and they put it all together when it was time to win it all. Next year, the Liberty will be back next year.
Okay, all right. So, D Jones, what's your take on this, man, right now? Because people are not. I don't know. People don't seem to be respecting their name. You know what I mean? That's what I'm looking at it. What's your take, D?
Well, first of all, let me say this. My segments today will be in memory of D'Angelo. So what I'm saying is, the Las Vegas Aces was cruising. You hear me? And we got to put respect on Adrian Wilson's name. She definitely top 5 female basketball player of all time now. And we can debate who the 5 is, but I just want to say she's in the top 5. She deserves respect. The Aces deserve respect. And they did their thing.
Yeah, most definitely. Jay, you want to have the last word on this, bro?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I want to give a big shout out, to my Morehouse brother Larry Lou, who is an assistant coach for the Las Vegas Aces. Been there for a minute. He joined up with them after he left the Lakers as an assistant coach. But this is proof that people are prisoners of the moment. They won 3 in a row, and they want to say that they're the greatest WNBA team of all time, and they're forgetting the now defunct Houston Comets with Cheryl Swoops and Cynthia Cooper and Tina Thompson that won 4 in a row.
Right.
So let's just tamp it down a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And shout out to the old school Detroit Sparks.
Yeah, them too. All right, so here's another news item I saw before we start talking about the NFL, Mo. I don't know if you saw this, man, but Giannis Antetokounmpo says he wants to end his career in Greece. He's going to retire from the NBA around 38, 39, and he wants to retire in Greece. I'm thinking that the NBA might not be too happy to hear that, because at the end of the day, they might want him to play his entire career in the NBA. What's your thoughts on this, Mo? What's your take?
Man, I don't know what Giannis want to do. He want to end his career in Greece. He want to stay in Milwaukee and eat cheese. He want to come to New York and buy bagels. Man, listen, what does Giannis can just play some ball this year, man?
Yeah.
Damn, just play ball. He was at the end of his career. What is he, 12? He at the end of his career. Man, play ball.
Well, I all I got to say about that, Mo, is maybe he's trying to bring the NBA more shine overseas. I don't know. I mean, I'm not necessarily saying.
I'm not saying, and you know what? Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I'm not being like, shut up and dribble, play ball. I'm just saying, like, he's all over the place. You know what I'm saying? He don't know what he's going to do, this, that,
Yeah,
or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But, like, he's just all over the place, man. And you want a championship ring, you need to focus on this season.
yeah, I 100%. D Jones, what's your take on Giannis telling the NBA and the world that he plans on ending his career in Greece?
Sound like he been eating that devil's pie. Ha D'Angelo. But really, he said the end of his career. I don't know the context. I don't know what they asked him. But if I think Giannis might have another 10 seasons in him. So if he want to play 9 in the NBA and didn't want to go home for that last season, I mean, why would I would like to go home? You know what I'm saying? If I was in the NBA and I'm from Detroit and I said my last year I want to play for my home team, why not? So I'm not mad at him for saying it, really. And it's Milwaukee. He wants to live in Milwaukee.
But D, my question is, do you think the NBA is happy with this assessment, with this acknowledgement?
Well, the NBA and the NFL trying to get other countries to conform, so it might be a blessing in disguise for the NBA. They might get a Greece team.
Right. Jay, what's your take?
Hey man, listen. He's from Greece, so the equivalent of that would be if I was playing in Greece and I'm making a good life in Greece. At some point, I want to come back to the United States. I would think, right? So, but more than anything, I think that he's just. I mean, this is a byproduct of being in Milwaukee. I think that Giannis, if he lived in a more exciting place, he wouldn't be so amped to get up out that thing. You know what I mean? So he's putting the NBA on notice. He's saying, "Look, I'm giving you about 8 more years. Figure out what y'all gonna do with me between then and now, or my money between then and now, and because at 38, I'm up out of here." But plans always change now.
Yeah, that's true. That is 10 years from now, 10 years.
Take his brothers with him though. They suck.
They can't be nowhere without him.
Take them with him.
They attached to him at the chest.
He got to do everything in triplicate.
Yeah. All right, so now it's time to talk about the NFL, man. We got to talk about Mo first. First off, let's talk about the upset last night. Buffalo ended up losing to Atlanta. A couple of weeks ago, I think Jay brought it up. We're talking about that front four, man. That front four in Atlanta changed the game. Like, they definitely made their presence felt. But people this morning on Sports Talk Radio, on ESPN, were literally saying the opposite to the effect of that Buffalo's not that good. So my thing to you, Mo, is Buffalo not that good, or is Atlanta just better? What's your take on this?
I still think Buffalo is that good. I think Buffalo just had a little rough patch the past few weeks. They're gonna get through this, man. I'm not throwing it in like that. Nah. Buffalo, come on, you still got the reigning league MVP playing.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah. I'm not giving it up like that to Atlanta.
Okay, do you think Atlanta is still good though? Do you think Atlanta showed out?
I think Atlanta's good. I mean, listen, they're a professional NFL team. They got some wins under them. I think Atlanta's decent. I think it's just Buffalo been hitting some rough patches the past few weeks. Atlanta's coming up, but I ain't gonna give it to Atlanta to be all that right now.
Okay, all right, that's his take. D Jones, what's your take on Buffalo? Because now they're on a two-game losing streak.
Well, yeah, first they came up against the division champs, which is going to be hard to beat them. And then I think Atlanta's a good team. I don't think they're great, but it seems like when Josh Allen first got in the league, if you pressure him, he's going to throw some picks. And I think that was just the recipe last night. Like, let's pressure Josh Allen, get him off his square, and he threw 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he did, and he looked hurried. He looked rushed. But those Atlanta dogs looked like dogs last night, Jay. I gotta say, I've said it 2 weeks ago. I think you're the one who opened my eyes up to the Atlanta front four. I think they're better than their record states. That's what I think because they played really well last night. What's your take on this, Jay?
I think y'all feel that way because this is 2 weeks in a row that Buffalo has lost to teams that they shouldn't have lost to.
Yep.
And y'all want to feel better about that Patriot victory, right? You know what I'm saying? No, Buffalo just sorry as hell, man. I mean, let's call it what it is. Mind you, they lost to a team by 10 points. 10 points that lost to the Carolina Panthers 30-0. Okay? So, listen, I don't know what's going on in Buffalo right now, bro. But the way they're looking right now, the Patriots might end up winning the whole damn division this year.
I can definitely second that. I'm not gonna, I ain't gonna say that they won't. I think they will. I think they will. Mo, let's talk about this. A couple of days ago, we saw literally a fight break out between Brian Branch at the end of the game, the Kansas City game. Brian Branch ended up assaulting Juju Smith-Schuster. It was the end of the Kansas City. And my issue again, Detroit Lions. My issue right now was, I think he brought up some good points. Let me say that first. I think he brought up some good points. He said that basically nobody says anything about to Patrick Mahomes when he says some stuff, between the lines. Nobody's paying attention to that. So he reacted, even though the game had ended, he reacted to people, basically dissing. He got sick and tired of it. So he reacted. He got suspended one game. The pros are sitting there saying, Mo, that he should have got suspended at least 3 to 5 games. When you look at this right now, what's your take on this, man? Because, first of all, I was surprised that Kansas City beat the Detroit Lions. But I also was more surprised that he only got suspended one game. What's your take on this, Mo?
Where were they at when he did it? They played in Detroit, right?
KC?
No, Kansas City. They were in Kansas City.
Also, that's the reason why. Because he been in Detroit. He got his ass whipped before he got out of Detroit. Somebody would have hit him with a pink alligator shoe.
I knew you were going to say
Upside his head. Maybe he should have got more. I'm saying, I don't know, man. You know how the NFL is real fickle, man. Certain things for certain people, and that's how they play. And you ain't no everybody these days and age. Everybody got an opinion, and nobody's gonna be happy.
Yep, I definitely agree with that. So D Jones, let me read you this quote, D. He said it was a childish thing. When I'm tired of people doing stuff in between the play and refs don't catch it, Branch said. They're trying to bully me out there. I should have never did it. It was childish. So that's what his statement was. But he definitely wanted to bring attention to it. And I think that's probably was the best way to bring attention to it. What's your take on this?
First of all, we wear fuchsia alligator shoes in Detroit.
Thank you.
Yeah, we don't wear pink. Bro.
Thank you very much.
Don't do that. I think one game was warranted. I also think because he was mad about that illegal block or that illegal hit that Juju put on him.
Yeah,
and I feel like okay, he should get suspended, but Branch got a bunch of fines for like face masks and hitting people in the legs. I think Juju should at least got a fine for that, if nothing else. I don't think he should have got suspended because it was during the game. But I think Juju should have got a fine. I think one game is warranted for what he did. It was stupid. He actually did whoop Juju ass up under that pile. And he hurt his team because next week, even though Tampa don't have none of their receivers, they still gonna need him against Baker Mayfield. So it's really a punishment. But I mean, he retaliated. It was stutupid, and he about to pay the consequence.
Yeah, I think that's one way of definitely looking at it. So you think one game was warranted? You don't think more?
Yeah, I don't think that.
Okay.
I've seen people get spit on, and I don't think they got more than one game.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. True. I gotta give you that. That's true. Jay, what's your take?
Listen, man, you can't play with people money like that, bro. I mean, the NFL plays 17 games. A game suspension means you docked a game check.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's money he ain't never gonna get back. So you can't be giving dudes no 3 and 4 game suspensions when the season is only 17 games. So I mean, I don't see the upside for that, especially in a sport that's already inherently violent. So that don't make much sense. So the one game seems fair. I mean, if you got to suspend him at all. But again, the Kansas City Chiefs, they be doing that dirty stuff, bro. And
Yeah.
at some point, people just lose it. Now, I will say, if he's honest, he'll say that he got emotional. But I understand that because I grew up going to hood schools, and the rules of the hood schools was if we don't win the game, we gonna win the fight, right? So I guess he felt like, well, we ain't winning this game. At least I'm gonna whoop some ass, before I get up out of here. That's what it
Yeah.
looked like to me.
Me too. Mo, let me bring this up to you, Mo. Here we go, Mo. The next thing is the Tennessee Titans this morning fired Brian Callahan mid-season. Right, I'm bringing it up, before you talk about a couple of other games, because to me, I didn't see him being the one to be fired first. You know what I mean? I thought a couple other people were going to be fired first, but he got
How?
fired right now. I'm like, wow. Like,
They done picked number one in the draft for the past 15 drafts.
yeah. Like, I'm shocked, bro. So, Mo, what's your take on the Tennessee Titans getting pissed off and firing Brian Callahan 6 weeks into the season?
Man, everybody on this panel had Brian Callahan getting fired when we did this
Absolutely.
question at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
Hell
but we
yeah.
didn't have him getting
How
fired.
you
We didn't.
surprised? I thought I was the one that smoked a lot of weed. How you?
No, I
We
said
had
fired.
him go top of the list.
I said fired first. I said fired. I ain't seen him getting fired first. I thought
First,
Miami Dolphins.
second, it don't matter. They all go. Hardball next. It don't matter what order they going in. We know they going.
What's that Jets quarter? That Jets coach? He next. He next.
He
0-6.
next too. Shh. Woo! He gonna have real gangrene on his behind soon.
Yeah, because the Jets should not be 0-6. I don't care what nobody says. The Jets should not be
Man,
0-6.
listen. You know what? I seen that, and listen, Brian Cat, we knew he was going. I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? It's on to the next one, baby. On to
All
the
right,
next.
D Jones, what's your take on this, bro? Because the Tennessee, like they jumped ahead. You know what I mean? And maybe they're trying to make sure they get the number one pick in the draft. What you take, D?
Again?
What it was is they know Vrabel is coming back Sunday, and he gonna hit him with the "How does it feel?" And
One more time for
so,
D'Angelo. Yeah.
and I feel like I mean, yeah, like I didn't think he would be first either. I thought it would be McDaniel in Miami, but
Yeah.
I mean, who cares? They suck. Like, it was inevitable. Like, it's gonna happen. So go ahead. I feel bad for the rookie, because here we go again, another rookie quarterback about to go through another coach, head coach, offensive coordinator, and this cycle continues where that he might not ever develop because of stuff like this.
Yeah, that could ruin careers, man. That could really ruin careers. I think that's Cam Ward out there too in Tennessee, man. I feel sorry for that dude. So, Jay, what's your take on this, man? The Tennessee Titans firing Brian Callahan literally mid-season.
To borrow from, what D been doing, and ode to D'Angelo, nothing even matters at all. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. We knew this firing was gonna happen from kickoff opening day. We knew this was coming, right? So whether they fire him now or fire him later, I don't even see, why it would matter. But to get rid of him this early, this early in the process, bro. I mean, it makes it seem like he was the problem, that they felt like he was the problem in the building.
Right.
On some level, and just want to remove him to at least give themselves some kind of chance to at least salvage something, and then start thinking about head coaching. Like
Right.
other head coaches or whatever.
Right. So the next thing I got to talk to you, Mo, about is Tua is having issues with the Dolphin players. Dolphin players aren't showing up to team meetings. Dolphin players aren't showing up to player meetings that they call everything else. Dolphins are out at 1-5. We just talked about coaches being fired and coaches still there. What you think is going on there in Miami, bro? And what the hell can they do to turn things around?
What do I think is going on? I think it's a party going on down in Miami, and everybody's invited except the coach. Listen, they doing what they run. They running amok down there. They don't care. They ain't listen. I ain't going to practice. They don't care. You can see that literally don't care. They not Tua. Who you think concussion boy? That's what they call him.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
They're like,
That's
what
definitely
concussion boy gonna do? He can't fight nobody. He can smack you hard. I might go to jail.
So, D Jones, the funny thing is Miami was about to get this win versus the Chargers. They lost it in the last 2 minutes. And that might be the thing that caved the Dolphins for the season. That's what people are saying. Tua gets mad. He talks about what's going on when he's asked. What's your take on everything that's now coming out to light, D?
That was like Tua. You threw 2 interceptions, and he went shit. Damn mother. and they're like, so what's up with the interceptions? He was like, well, they don't come to the player owner meetings. Like, it had nothing to do with his play. So they be late. They don't come. He threw everybody under the bus but himself. Tua is a snitch. Okay. He going after. They got to get rid of him too. So he's got to go. The GM's got to go. The head coach got to go. Everybody got to go.
Yep, 100%. 100%. Jay, this is your favorite part of the woods in Miami, Florida. Talk to me.
Yeah. Listen. Didn't Brian Flores say that Tua was sorry as hell and he couldn't win with him?
Yep.
Okay. So the new guy comes in, Tua lights it up until he started getting all these concussions and whatnot, right? So I don't think that Flores was wrong. I think Flores was on the money in the assessment. Like, I don't think this dude is a championship quarterback, and we need to try to get somebody in here that can really win games for us long term. So, hey man, I mean, and what we're seeing right now is if he calling meetings and he the captain of the team and dudes ain't showing up, that means they don't respect that man.
Yeah.
So if they don't respect him as their QB, bro, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? The coach gotta go and Tua probably gotta go too.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's where it's headed. Now let's talk about New York. The New York Jets are 0-6, man. Justin Fields got sacked 9 times, and he
That's
threw
wild.
for 45 yards versus Denver in 9 attempts. And I ain't never heard of a QB have that many low yards at all in an NFL game before. I'm sure it's happened. I just can't remember it right now. What the hell is going on with your New York Jets, Mo? Actually, they're not your New York Jets. You're the Giants fan. What the hell's going on in the New York Jets, Mo?
Man, listen. I don't know. Man, I wish I could say something funny but ain't nothing funny right now. And because they just got through paying everybody.
Hey, Mo,
Everybody got a bump in pay.
Hey, Mo, do you think this is it for Justin Fields if he don't get on with New York? Do you think that's it for his career?
No, I think they'll give him another chance. I think the coach is out, but I think they'll give Justin a chance. They got to give him a chance. Who they gonna get?
Okay. Well, yeah, okay. So you think he got another chance? Because I've been hearing rumblings all day coming out from my boys in New York saying that Justin Fields is done. That's what I've been hearing. And I'm like, I don't think it's his fault at all. I don't think it's his fault at all.
Listen, in New York, everybody's done when it comes to the people in New York. Everybody's done. No, Justin Fields will get another chance. The coach is done. That's who's done.
He should be. He should be. D. Jones, what's your take on the New York Jets? They lost again to Denver. Justin Fields got sacked 9 times. That offensive line they're saying it's the worst in years. So what's your take?
No.
I feel like the coach got a bad rep. Like, I think when you get to the Jets, you really, it's the Jets. The organization's so bad, you starting from the bottom. I don't want to see him get fired his first year. I like to see him try again and build this roster. Justin Fields is a running back. He's not that great of a quarterback, but when you running the ball, he's damn near unstoppable. Maybe they just not calling the right plays for him. I thought the Jets defense was going to be one of the best defenses in the NFL. But it's the Jets. I don't give a piss about the Jets. They in the same division with us. I hope they lose every game.
Jay, what's your take?
Listen, it's absurd for anybody to talk about Aaron Glenn should be fired. Didn't they just fire the coach last year to hire Aaron Glenn this year?
Yep.
So if the Jets had any players worth a goddamn, then Aaron Glenn doesn't get hired in the first place, right? So when you got your quarterback, this is an NFL quarterback. This dude went 9 of 17 for 45 yards. 45 yards is a bad rushing night for a running back. Your quarterback can't go up there and throw for 45 yards. And is it over for him? Yes. How can it not be over for him? Because this is his third team in 5 years. He's going through different coaches, different OCs, and can't nobody get no play out of him. You know what? You are what your record says you are. He ain't it. So you got to go find yourself a real QB, or else you're going to get your ass fired or cut along with him. He ain't good enough. I said this last week. Justin Fields ain't good enough. And because he's so bad, he put the defense constantly in bad situations. They're playing almost the whole game because the offense is putrid. So, nah, man. I mean, Justin Fields, as a starting QB in the NFL, it's over. He's never going to be that. And Aaron Glenn, he should be straight. I mean, get that man time, man, like 2-3 years, get some players in worth something.
Frank, Jay, can I hit you with a Howie? Can I interject?
Yeah. With the fingers. Go ahead, D.
Two things, though. Ohio State quarterbacks all suck.
Yep.
And 2, Aaron Glenn did pick him personally. So it's kind of his fault.
Well, he believed that something was there that's not there, but now he sees it.
Let me interject and say one thing. Can anybody here on this panel name an NFL team that Justin Fields has played on that had a good offensive line and he did terrible? I'll wait for anybody to say anything, because if you ask me, that brother ain't had a fair shot yet, because every single team he's played on, from the Bears to the Jets, and he played for somebody else, Pittsburgh. And when he played for Pittsburgh, when he had an okay offensive line, he went 4-0. So that's why I'm like, I don't think it's his fault. I think if you give him a good offensive line, I think he plays a lot better. Because when he played with Pittsburgh and he had a good offensive line, he went 4-0. When his offensive line has been terrible, he's lost every single game, every one. So I don't know.
But Frank, here's the issue with that, though. Pittsburgh had him in the building. They saw him go 4-0, and they still benched him in favor of Russell Wilson. They had a chance to re-sign him. If they saw any value in him, they would have kept him. Now, Aaron Rodgers played behind that same terrible Jets offensive line for the past 2 years, and he was terrible behind that line. I mean, the Jets have been bad on offensive line for like 5 years now. So that's not surprising. But the fact that Pittsburgh got up off of him, having watched him for a whole season, and said, nah, we don't think that's it, and see him be so bad for the Jets, tells me he ain't it, bro.
No, I mean, we could argue, go back and forth. I think Pittsburgh moved him because they had Russell Wilson in the building and they felt pressure to play him versus letting him play it out. You know what I mean? Because I don't think anybody here would say, if you got a quarterback who's going to stop for you 4-0, you want to trade it for somebody else if you didn't have a Russell Wilson there, in the sense of, his money, his contract, and the pressure from the organization to make sure you play Russell Wilson. That's all I'm saying.
But what is Russell Wilson doing this season, Frank?
I agree.
He's mixing Gatorade this season. And Pittsburgh out for him too. Yeah, Pittsburgh saying Russell's out, Justin's out. They said we have no QB. And now we see both of them are in New York City, coincidentally, and they both are doo-doo juice. Both of them.
They sure are. All right, let's move on to the next one, Mo. Here's the thing, Mo. Everybody was talking about how Caleb Williams was going to do work against for the Bears, and everybody was talking about how he was not going to do work for the Bears, and how Washington was going to crush them. I mean, I saw all this, the beginning of that, the sports shows and everything else. Nobody picked the Bears, nobody. But the Bears went in and beat Washington in Washington. Is Caleb Williams the truth, Mo?
I picked the Bears.
Yeah,
I said last week. the Bears are sneaking up. I said like 2 or 3 shows.
Okay.
I'm telling you now, Caleb Williams, they just said before the game against Washington, they show his stats from last year to this year. His stats are way better, and he's doing much better. He's showing why he's the number 1 pick. He is. The Bears are going to be sneaky in the end of the year. Watch.
If I had to offer you, you start an NFL team, you get Jaden Daniels or you get Caleb Williams, who you taking?
If I got to go by past history, I got to go out with Jaden Daniels. I mean, that's because he already showed that he can take on the high pressure moment. That's the only reason why. But ask me that question this time next year. Not this time, but ask me that question after the season's over for the Bears and see where they've been. Okay. Caleb Williams is doing his thing out there. I'm telling y'all, he is. And by no surprise, I picked him.
Okay. D. Jones, what's your take on the Bears defeating Washington in Washington?
Feel like Washington lost that game. They couldn't tackle, and that fumble really hurt them because they was kind of like controlling the game, man. But I'm picking Jaden Daniels every Sunday over Caleb Williams. I don't think Jaden Daniels throws a zesty ball with his fingers painted. So, but yeah, I think it was more of Washington losing than the Bears really taking that game. I think it was mostly Washington's errors.
Yeah, I gotta say, Washington made a lot of mistakes last night. They don't look like that NFC team. You know, that NFC championship team that went to the game. They don't look like that this year, man. People must be ready for Washington when they come in. So I don't know. I'm gonna call Quake and see how he's feeling though, because Quake probably upset. How you feeling, Jay, about the Bears, Caleb Williams, going into Washington and defeating Washington?
I mean, I think that the Commanders were kind of ahead of schedule last year anyway, and I think they're just more, being 3-3 now. I think they're more of that than what they were last year in terms of the personnel. And for the record, I'm taking Daniels over Caleb Williams too, just based on how they lead teams, the composure that that Daniels always has. I feel better with him, being at the helm. But looking at the stats, man, Washington gave that game away. Daniels had an INT, they had the fumbles, and the Bears only won by 1 point with all the turnovers that Washington gave them. So that tells you that if Washington takes care of the ball, they win that game pretty easily.
Yeah, 100%. So with that being said, yeah, and there was a lot of from Thursday night to last night to Sunday night. There were a lot of upsets this weekend. So Mo, my question to you now is, what are your top 5 power rankings now in the NFL? Because honestly, it ain't like it was 2 weeks ago. It shouldn't be, and it ain't definitely like it was the beginning of the season. So Mo, you up?
All right, so. At 5, I got the Bears. I'm telling you, the Bears are going to be sneaky. 4, I got the Rams. At 3, I'm going to probably yell at me or laugh at me. I'm going to keep the Bills in there, but I dropped them from 1 to 3. I'm going to keep the Bills in there. 2, I got the Lions. And number 1, I got the Indianapolis Colts Giants.
Indianapolis Colts Giants. So
he's trying to get a win any way he can.
Any way I can. Hey, man, listen, Daniel Jones was my quarterback here. He's my quarterback still.
You had Daniel Jones and the Colts for number 1 for a couple of weeks now, right?
Yes. Yeah.
They might be that team. Every year we got that one team. Last year was Washington. This year might be the Colts. D. Jones, after week 6, what is your top 5 power rankings in the NFL?
5, I got the Pussycats, downtown Detroit. Number 4, I got the Indianapolis Colts. I understand the New York Colts because Daniel Jones does not play for the Giants. So,
and he did play for the Giants when he did.
Yeah, he did. He played for the other team.
He got a bad deal. He got a bad deal in New York.
No, but he's not a Giant. Number 3, I got the Steelers. Number 2, I got the Chiefs because well, I got the refs and the Chiefs together because
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
it's really hard to beat them two. And number one, I got the Baker Mayfields.
Okay, the Baker Mayfields. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Jay, you up, bro?
Number 5, I got the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. In spite of their loss that we had. Number 4, I got Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 3, I got the Colts because, as the great Bill Parcells, the tuner, said, you are what your record says you are, and their record is pretty goddamn good right now. Number 2, I got the Buffalo Bills. I still think that with Josh Allen and James Cook, they still gonna be a problem. And when focused. And number 1, I got the Pittsburgh Fighting Mike Tomlins. They are quietly 5-1, 4-1 right now, bro, in a terrible division.
Wow.
Do not sleep on the Pittsburgh Steelers right now.
That's why I like doing these power rankings, because you all always never cease to amaze me. Not one
Remember
person
this.
had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers number 1. Not one.
I did.
You did?
I said the Baker Mayfields.
Oh yeah, you did.
I got number 4. They down all their wide receivers, man. You know, listen, man, it's L's coming their way.
Okay, well, but they might be. But today, I think they in the top 2 in the league today. You know, I can see them losing a couple games coming their way. But that brings me up to the next question. Mo, who are your top 5 MVP candidates? And I really want to hear who number 1 is for you, Mo, because I think it's going to be Daniel Jones. But let me see.
You know who it's going to be for Mo.
Let me see.
It's going to be
number 5. Number 5, because he's still the reigning MVP, so I got to put him in there, Josh Allen, at number 5. At 4, I'm going to put Jared Goff down in there. You know, I think Jared Goff, he deserves to talk. Number 3, Travis Hunter. I think that man needs to be in that talk. He's doing his thing down there in Jackson. You know, they took a loss, but him playing them duel, and they all said he couldn't do it. So
are you
he's
smoking
down.
Reggie's?
Huh?
Come on.
But number
Talk
2,
your stuff, Mo. Talk your stuff, Mo. Let's go. Travis Hunter.
And number 2, Jackson Dart. I'm putting Jackson Dart in there, baby. He done beat the Philadelphia Eagles. He deserves to get a nod from somebody, even though I know it's far-fetched. But anyway, and number 1,
You smoking mid?
He on them shrooms, dog. He on them shrooms, dog. He ain't smoking nothing.
my man, Danny Dimes, baby.
Hilarious.
You know what y'all make me feel like? Y'all know what y'all make me feel like right now? Y'all make me feel like in the 5 Heartbeats, when he had the whole suit on, the always say, ta-da!
Is that with the rain?
I wish raindrops would fall.
Oh. Dude lost all his notes.
Y'all are too funny.
Oh my God. Ta-da! He didn't do that. Oh God.
Here we go. At number 4, I got Sam Darnold, 1,551 yards, 11 touchdowns, 3 picks, and he got his team at 4-2. At number 3, I got Bijan Robinson, 484 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 338 receptions. That's crazy. At number 2, I put Matthew Stafford there, 1,684 yards, 12 touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions. Got his team at 4-2. No, that was 4. Oh, I didn't went out of order. I got Jonathan Taylor, 600 yards, 7 touchdowns. That's number 1 because I messed up. But number 5, because I had Baker on here, I'm taking them off. And number 5, I got Drake May, 1,500 yards, 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns, 2 picks, and a rating of 112.5.
He said he
The
got
alcoholic has come out.
Whatever.
He on that LSD, dog.
He top
on
3
that-
quarterback ratings.
He is top 3. He is top 3. All right, Jay, give me yours.
Oh,
After
God.
week 6, who are your top 5?
Number 5 for me. It pains me to say this, but Baker Mayfield, you gotta pay attention to what he's doing down there. Number 4, I got Josh Allen. Number 3, Patrick Mahomes, because they started out brutal, man. But if he runs the gauntlet, get ready, they gonna crown him. Number 2, I got Aaron Rodgers. Love him or hate him, it is what it is. You know, I mean, he got them win in first place. And number 1, I cannot believe I am saying this, Daniel Jones. The NFL media loves these kind of stories. I mean, you know, it's like flies to shit for them, bro. You know what I'm saying? They love these kind of stories. And if they have a winning record or they win that division, Daniel Jones will be the MVP.
Yeah, Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield, I think, are the running 1 and 2 candidates right now for the
Don't
MVP.
sleep on Sam Darnold.
Sam Donald's in 3 or 4.
For the same reason they love Daniel Jones. Same reason.
He plays on the West Coast, though, D. That's the problem with it.
He got the numbers.
It's a lot of East Coast bias when it comes to that.
Yeah,
because we don't watch West Coast games like that.
So, Mo, that brings me up to the next thing, which is give me your top 5 sports stories from the weekend. All of them. In any sport, all top 5 from 5 to 1. Which one made you go, wow, this got to be my top 5?
Bills losing to Atlanta. Even though I still got them in the regular, that was a what the hell time
That's
of moment.
crazy. Yep.
That was wild. Dallas losing to Carolina. But the moment story is Jerry Jones talking about how his defense and how they got one of the best pass rushing defenses in the league. He sat there and gave a whole interview on how great his defense is. And they just got their ass handed to him by Carolina. Number 3, Chicago creeping. I don't care what y'all say about they DC give up the game. Chicago creeping. Let's see what happens in the next few weeks. Number 2, my Knicks are looking good in the preseason. Yeah. I would put Giants beating Philly number 1, but I'm going to take that off because I want to talk about how they talk about Joel Embiid might be ready for the regular season game 1 next week. They not sure, but he done been in scrimmages. I'm like, wow. Joel Embiid going to play.
Yeah, and he'll be out by December. Don't worry about it.
He'll be out by the game 3. He don't do back-to-backs either.
December.
Maybe November. He'll be out. He'll be out.
You should be Halloween. You should be Halloween candy. He'll be out.
Yeah. If I'm Philly, I trade him right now. I don't even mess around. I trade him.
Who gonna trade for him? You gotta assume somebody else want him.
That's true. Somebody else got to want him, but I trade him right now. All right, D Jones, your top 5 sports stories from the weekend from 5 to 1.
No, he's not got the book. Okay.
The Colts are still only got 1 loss. I would never thought that. That's crazy to me.
That's wild. With Daniel Jones at quarterback.
That's crazy. Rico Dowd saying to the Cowboys, watch out, and putting up 183 rushing yards on them.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. The Chiefs not getting 1 penalty, bro. Like,
how is that possible, bro? How do you play flawless?
Not 1 holding?
Nothing.
The Pats on top of the division, back again. And number 1, the Jacksonville Jaguars got their ass whooped.
He couldn't wait to slap the book on that one.
I ain't even had that down there. I just came up with it.
Y'all are funny. All right, Jay, give me yours, man. Give me your top 5 sports stories from the weekend.
I'm gonna go from 1 to 5.
Okay.
So the number one story to me is Penn State firing James Franklin.
Yep.
That's crazy. I mean, it makes no sense on so many levels. Like, one, he's been a consistent winner since he's been there, and he made them relevant again when he got there. Penn State was the number 2 team in the country to start the season, and their coach is fired in week 6.
Yep.
A coach with a track record there, and they owe him $50 million. They fired a coach that they got to still pay $50 million. That's the biggest story over the weekend to me. I've never seen that ever happen in college football. Number 2, Stephen A. Smith, big forehead ass, attacking Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Like, to me, I'm like, is there no limit to his cooning? How much more is he gonna do? And honestly, people ain't talking enough about that. Number 3, the Bills losing to the Falcons by 10 points. Not just losing, they lost by 10 points to a team that got boat raced by the Panthers. You cannot overstate that. Number 4, Carolina beating Dallas. The Cowgirls was out there and they lost to the Carolina Panthers, bro. And like D said, this dude ran for 183 yards on them. And the dude that they traded Michael for is supposed to be a run stopper. So, all right, there you go. Number 5, Justin Fields. To me, I cannot believe how terribly he played this weekend. To go 9 of 17 for 45 yards, dude, that shouldn't be possible in the NFL. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I like all. The only thing I expect you to say, you didn't say, was going to be something about the WNBA. You didn't say nothing tonight. But I love all the things you said. I love the things you said because, yeah, you on point with all of that. All right, so now it's Wednesday. I like it's Tuesday. I like to throw up a little mix and flavor in here. So Mo, top 5 films where a comedian stole the film or stole the show.
All right. Number 5, I'm going with Bill Cosby in Uptown Saturday Night. Right? Bill Cosby killed that role, and when he walked in that a restaurant with that red knickers suit on with the shades, and if you ain't old enough to know what I'm talking about, you got to go back and watch it. And he was in the club yelling for Biggie Smalls, I want to whip Biggie Smalls' ass and all that. Yeah. Bill Cosby, Uptown Saturday Night. Great role. Martin Lawrence in Talking Dirty After Dark, one of my favorite movies, if not my favorite movie of all time. He was in there with people, Yvonne Sticky, John Witherspoon, some great comics, and he had to do his thing, and he did it. This was a young Martin Lawrence before we knew who Martin really was going to be. Richard Pryor, Which Way Is Up? He kills that.
Yeah.
At number 2, Eddie Murphy, man, Trading Places. I think that what he did in that role, man, was genius. And he took that, he solidified. After 48 hours, they were looking to see what was going to be next. Trading Places took him there. And that's why I'm so in love with being a part of the Saturday Night Live fraternity. Something I always wish I could be a part of, because they're going to make sure you're going to be all right, all of them. And my last one, Martin Lawrence, Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. He was up with Monique, Mike Epps, Cedric the Entertainer, all top-notch comedians. And one by one, he did scenes with every one of them and overpowered every one of them with his ability, man. You know what I'm saying? Not saying they had bad shows, but he was just better.
He was. D. Jones, talk to me.
Okay, my number 5 is not a comic, but he was a comic relief in this movie. If you ever seen Get Shorty, Andre 3000 was so funny. Taboo.
Don't give me no gun. Don't give me no gun.
And you know what I'm gonna do, man. That's my number 5. Number 4, and we said her before, but I got Tiffany Haddish in Girls Trip because that to me
Mm-hmm.
will put her on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3, anybody who could steal the show or a scene from Eddie Murphy is iconic to me. And whatever movies this man has been in, he stole the show. But in Boomerang, John Weatherspoon at the table.
Gotta coordinate.
Gotta coordinate. Look, Marcus. I heard you got pussy whipped.
Pussy whip. Reverse that thing.
Right.
Whip. Back. Back. Bang. Bang. Bang.
Number 2, I got Howie homeboy, Lil Rel and Get Out. Like,
oh yeah.
Lil Rel and Get Out was hilarious. And he wasn't even in it that long. Especially when he pulled up at the end, like, I told you. And number 1, to me, the greatest actor, comedian of all time, and you can pick either one of these movies, Ray or Ali. Jamie Foxx stole the show. He outacted, to me, Will Smith and Ali.
Yeah, he did. All right, Jay. Jay's a filmmaker, y'all, so y'all gonna pay attention to what he gonna say. I'm listening.
Yeah. So number 5 for me, I'm going Cat Williams' Money Mike Friday after
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
The bathroom scene alone, bro, between him and Terry Crews. First off, Cat set it up because he was peeing like he was a toddler with his pants all the way around his ankles. And he had his hands bunched together. And Terry Crews busted that joint and ripped his shirt open with the phone books. He said, "Fresh fish on the line." And Cat turns around and just faints. He passes out, bro. That scene kills me. I'm a boy, Damon. Number 4, people talk about this. Like, everybody talking about Zach Galifianakis in The Hangover. Ken Jeong stole that joint. When he jumped out that trunk butt-ass naked, and he started, like, attacking him, and then he ran off, and then they found out, that he was a gangster. And when they did the exchange, for Mike Epps, and he did the window, he said, "Bye, motherfucker." Y'all remember that? He had like 3 scenes, bro. He murdered in that movie. Number 3, you got to go with Chris Tucker in the original Friday. Yeah. That movie was loaded with comedians, and he was the funniest person, hands down, in that joint.
What movie?
Friday.
Oh, Friday.
The first one.
Yeah. When
he was running down the street in his drawers, bro, I was done. I was done with.
Me too. I was crying.
Bro, I'm like, Hector. He's like, bro, he killed me with that.
Yeah.
Number 2, I want to talk, we said, well, comedians stole the show. This was a drama. I'm going to go Lady Sings the Blues, Richard Pryor's Piano Man.
Oh,
in
damn.
The drama.
Mm-hmm. Richard
killed that joint, man, and it wasn't no jokes told. I mean, he was the straight up serious dramatic actor in that moment. So like people remember him in that movie. But the number 1, my favorite comedian who we lost way too soon, or people talk about him a whole lot more. Robin Harrison, Do the Right Thing. When he played Sweet Dick Willie, and the talking he was doing, dude said, "Man, it's too hot to F." Man, Robin said, "Shit, I had my best piece of woman on a humid day. It ain't never too hot or too cold for some effing." Bro, he killed that joint, man. And then the chick walked by in the mini skirt. He said, I better not see her on payday. Bro, it was over. Greatest comedic still. Every movie he was in, Do the Right Thing, More Better Blues, House Party, you name it. Robin killed, bro.
He sure did. He absolutely did. 100%. All right, so I got top 5 college football power rankings headed into the weekend. Let me just say this. I wanted to do this one Friday because I was looking to see what the power rankings were going to be. I wasn't in Friday. Actually, we didn't even do the show Friday, I don't think. But okay, let's just do this. Let's just do the first one that comes into your head that's coming for this upcoming weekend. Because after the games this weekend, things after the games have passed, the rankings have definitely changed. So we could do it fast. Mo, give me your power rankings, college football power rankings.
All right. Well, I'm not a big college football fan. I just happen to hang out with people who work real hard to put themselves through college. I keep telling y'all that.
Need some assistance.
Come on, Mo. Time.
All right. So Chrissy, she from Ole Miss. Susie, she from Texas A&M. She from Miami, Florida. And Odessa, she from Ohio State. That's my rankings.
You're crazy. D Jones, give me your top college power rankings headed into this.
I'm gonna give you one since we gotta hurry up. I'm gonna go Ohio State.
Okay. All right. Okay. And Jay, what's yours?
Number 5, I got Alabama. Number 4, I got Texas A&M. Number 3, I got the Hurricanes. Down there from Coral Gables. Number 2, I got the Indiana Hoosiers, who went into Oregon and beat the Fighting Field Knights. And number 1, Ohio State.
Yeah, that's a good list. All right, gentlemen, it's about time to wrap this show up. So this is what we do. Let's see. We did all the top 5s. We got 2 minutes. What was the biggest thing that shocked you this weekend? And, we talked about it. But what's the thing that shocked you from Thursday to what's the biggest thing that made you go?
The Giants beat the Giants, baby. The Giants. It just hurt me that y'all don't believe yet. That's all. That's what shocked me. Y'all ain't believe it. I see you, D. Jones, down there. What really shocked me is that D. Jones thinks that him and Frank is friends. In 2 weeks, he gonna find out when they put that Celtic green on.
Okay,
that's what shocked me.
D. Jones, what's your biggest shock that happened over the weekend?
Okay, Mo, you might be right because our season opener is against the Celtics, but man, that my Patriots are in first place in the division, and when I look at the schedule, it seems like we can stay there.
It does, except when we get to. I think the game that nobody's paying attention to is that Atlanta Falcons game. You know what I mean?
Don't y'all play the Giants in that schedule?
No.
Nobody worry about that, bro. Nobody.
Y'all ain't playing the Giants yet?
Yeah, we are, but nobody concerned.
I don't see the Giants. I didn't see the Giants.
All right.
All right, Jay. What was your biggest shocking thing over the weekend? The biggest thing.
As a lone college football lover in this group, I was shocked that 3 college head coaches got fired this weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? James Franklin being the most egregious, but Oregon State fired their head coach, and Trent Dilfer got fired from UAB. So the fact that 3 college head coaches got fired in essentially the second week, not even barely the second week of October, I have never seen that in my life. I've never seen that.
Egregious. Pretty bad. All right, so let's get ready to roll up out of here. Box Seats is the name of the show. We talk about sports with comedians. Mo, how can we follow you?
MOE_comic on Instagram, Maurice Smith on Facebook, always.
D. Jones.
313 D. Jones. What up, though, Detroit?
Yeah. And Jay, how can we follow you?
At JD Hayes, fan base. I'll chill.
All right, so with that being said, we are going to be back tomorrow, 5 to 6 p.m. Thank you all for watching. We're going to talk about more sports, more shocking things that's breaking us up, man, because, there's a lot of stuff that's happening. That's why I love sports, because it's not predictable at all. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll see y'all.
Hey, what you need, yeah?